you guys, welcome to Season That Ish. Today we're going to be making a really delicious cheesy potato and bacon frittata. This is kind of a choose your own adventure type of recipe where you can add in whatever it is that you want, which makes it perfect if you have a lot of leftovers. Today I'm going to be using potatoes, zucchini, onions, peppers, garlic, and jalapeno. Sometimes I'll even throw a little ham in there. Really, whatever it is that you have, whatever flavor profiles that you enjoy, you go ahead and pop that in there. Next, I'm going to go ahead and prep our bacon that we're going to be using for the topping on the frittata. I like to do this first just because I like to use some of the bacon fat later. And I use that bacon fat to fry up some of the vegetables that we just chopped to add an extra layer of flavor to the food. Set aside that crispy bacon to top the frittata later on. Now I got rid of most of the bacon grease but left just a little bit in the pan for added flavor. I then went ahead and added about a tablespoon of olive oil to the pan and then popped in our onions and potatoes because the potatoes are going to take the longest to cook. While the potatoes are cooking, I'm going to prep our egg mixture. Here you'll see me cracking 4 eggs into the bowl, but in the end I ultimately used 6 eggs for this recipe. To that, you're going to add a 1/4 cup of either heavy cream or half and half. You don't want to use any light 2% milk or anything like that. I prefer something heavier. Now it's time to grate in the cheese. I prefer to grate my own cheese just because I know that the pre-grated stuff has extra ingredients that I don't want in it. I use a total of about 4 ounces in the mixture and as a topping. Now when we go back to our potatoes and our onions, you'll notice that the potatoes have started getting brown and they're getting soft in the middle. I'm now beginning to add in my garlic, my zucchini. Broccoli would be a really good replacement here for the zucchini. My red peppers. Of course, you can use any other kind of peppers that you want. Toss in the jalapeno and give everything a good mix. Next, what we're going to do is go ahead and season the mixture. You'll notice that I didn't season the eggs themselves just because that I find that the eggs tend to go a little weird if I pre-season them. So I just tend to add most of the seasoning into the vegetable mixture. I'm starting off with some dried parsley, and then to that I'm going to add some thyme. I'm just pulling the leaves off of the branch. Typically if I was cooking something like chicken, I would throw the branch in there as well, but obviously we don't want any of that in our eggs. So just pick off the leaves and add that into your vegetable mix. The next thing I'm going to be adding is some onion powder. Even though we have onions in there already, I feel like the onion powder has a little bit different flavor profile than fresh onions. So we're throwing that in there, adding in some garlic powder, some paprika, and the key here is to add some chicken bouillon seasoning. Now salt is okay. Salt could definitely work here, but the chicken seasoning or chicken bouillon, a crushed up chicken bouillon cube, gives it a little bit more flavor and it tastes really good in this kind of recipe. I like to put the seasonings in at this time too, just because they get really nice and toasted in the oil, and that helps bring out the flavors even more. Make sure that your vegetable mixture is cooked through before you add your eggs into the pan, because remember the eggs are going to cook super quickly, so you don't want any raw potatoes or anything else like that in there before you pop it in the oven, because it's not going to be there long enough for the potatoes and the other vegetables to cook through. I preheated my oven to 400 degrees and I'm going to put my eggs in there for about 10 to 15 minutes. When you take them out, this is really what they should look like. It looks amazing. You can see all of our vegetables in there, and I'm just going to grate the rest of our cheese right on top. Now to finish this off, I'm going to go ahead and top my frittata with some jalapenos for garnish. You know what would taste really good? If you added some sour cream on top too, that would be bomb. I finished it with some more herbs, so the parsley and the thyme that we used earlier, just to top it off with some of the things that we used in the frittata itself. Now, I'm going to go ahead and crumble some of the bacon that we reserved earlier and put that on top. You could always add bacon in the frittata itself. I just made too many things with bacon this week, and you know, arteries and all that, gotta watch out. So this is what it looks like when you're completely done. It's so delicious and cheesy inside and out. As you can see the little potatoes in there, some of the peppers in there. It was delicious. Y'all, thank you for stopping by. I hope you try this out. Give me a like, subscribe. If you're feeling a little spicy, leave me a comment and let me know what you want to see next. Bye.